been chasing mountains I can't climb, holding out for heroes in the night. I find myself.
And we put cameras up on these scrapes that we found and hoping that they open them back up. But this season's going to be dedicated to my Uncle Mike. He passed this past year, and he was always the life of the party, and was, you know, so this grind of a season and pain that we're going to go through, because it's work the way we hunt, and we're going to dedicate it and always keep him in memory throughout the season. Past year, it's left a really empty spot in our family. He was always there for every family get together I can think of, and you know, there was never a dull moment with him. And I will say this about my Uncle Mike is that man lived life to the fullest. There was nothing he missed out on that he wanted to do. And we love you. We think about you every day. So this season we're going to dedicate to you, Mike, and all the memories you've left with us. So it begins. Alabama's camera season. Found some areas in February, March, and early April, right before turkey season started, and just found some scrapes and some beds and some thickets and mountain laurel, some areas that I think some bucks might be bedding. Walked in there after looking at the map. The sign was there, and so what we're doing now is in September we just come in here and put the cameras up where I found the scrapes and hope that they open the same ones back up. We're actually going to hunt earlier than I expected. We're going to come up here for the bow opener, and I'm behind the ball. I'm off for the next 5 days, and I'll be up here every day putting cameras out. And we won't even hunt these spots this year. It'll be for until next year. Whew, it's a lot hotter today than I thought it was going to be. Of course, we got out here later than we wanted to, and that don't help. Couldn't take it anymore. Had to pick up a stick to shield me from the webs. I see you made it. It's hot out here, ain't it?
Yeah, I learned something.
What's that?
When you go on vacation, when your family was going on vacation, at the end of September, stay away from the cheesecakes and bramble lays.
The bramble lays?
Bramble lays.
What do you think about that climb? It wouldn't be bad during the wintertime.
It wouldn't be bad if you said, we're almost there, and you're still like another mile up.
Well,
So
it's motivation. It's how I keep you going. It's a psychological thing. Cool. So now you're here. You didn't even know you could push yourself this far. And it's all flat from here till we drop off this point. And I'll let you stay put once we start.
When you say, we're almost there, it flattens out up here, we really got another mile.
Right. Sometimes it won't be. Sometimes I'll be like, man, we got a long ways to go. And then it won't be as long as you thought. The problem is just those first 2 grades. And it's definitely a lot thicker in here the last time I was here. What happens is they get a little bit of pressure on them. They know. As soon as they sense that first little bit of pressure, they go. They come back here. And those does, these mature bucks, I'm talking about these 5, 6, 7-year-olds, they let the does come to them. How it is. So these bucks don't have to move. They get the does come to. That's my theory, at least.
Big acorn trees in here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Right there.
Yeah, it's a big white oak. And I think they just recluse up in here. There's plenty of greenbrier, and I mean, you have acorns all the way through November.
The creeks on both sides?
The creeks on both sides, and just, I'm talking about steep bedding points. They can see the whole valley from these points. And all I gotta do is bump up and hit that greenbrier. That's it. And I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't see somebody getting after it and coming back in here 5 days in a row. I talked to at the archery shop, said he's been hunting here for like 30 something years. And he said he's had more deer come in on buck urine than he ever has doe and estrus. Just in general deer hunting. He said just in general deer hunting, he don't like it. He said what he'll do is he'll use buck urine until he kills one, then he takes that those tarsal glands off that buck and he soaks it. He puts some water in it and bowls it. He bowls them tarsal glands in water. He puts it in a spray bottle, hits himself down with it a little bit, his boots, and then he'll spray it on his way in. You smell them pigs? You will when you get up here. These spiders are for real. I don't know which one of y'all left your tree harness, but it's right here if you're missing it. So I just hit the first scrape that I found last year in this point around this branch, and I mean, you can kind of see the branches are snapped off. You can't hardly see it with the contrast, but they hit this one. This one was really opened up, and so right here we came down from that direction, a long trail, and then bam, we hit a point, and we walked the point out, and now we're here, and it splits again. So big long ridge branching off from a point, and now we're at another decision. We can either go down this point right here, or we can go down this point. I'm putting cameras at the head of this drain right here, and right over here is where these massive scrapes starts. There's also another massive scrape and a licking branch. I'm talking about high and just tore up right over there. But anyway, we're gonna walk down here first. I'm gonna look at my tree I'm gonna climb, and then set my camera up down this trailhead, set on down there, one on this trailhead going out, and then we're about an hour and 45-minute walk out. So we're hoping to see him on. My stand's gonna be about 150, let me see. So on measurement, yeah, it'll be about 150 yards, 140 yards this way. Just watching this drain system, but I think he'll hit this trail right here. He won't be skyline from the top of this or the bottom. There's tons of contrast in here. And once he hits this saddle up here in the morning, where the thermals come up this side and this side, he can smell everything that he wants to, and I'm hoping just to catch him before he gets back to his bed. Here's where this is the first scrape I marked off this point. This tree right here. This was opened up. You can see it. Looks like they've snapped this whole branch off. You can see they've snapped that piece off that was hanging. The perfect trail to set it up on. I just don't want to waste it on a trail because I know I'll get a picture of him on a scrape. But I'd like to know if he was cutting right here or if he's cutting from over there straight over. I think he's running this high wall and around. You almost wish this addiction never started. We're gonna hang my first camera after we walked. We started it. We started at 11:30. It is 2:07, and we're just hanging our first camera. It's between a scrape here and a scrape here that I marked this February, and right around here is just a ton of feed signs. So I'd like to see if I could get one, see if he's living here, what time of the year he's living here, and the other ones, the other cameras I put up here on the actual scrapes, you know, we'll see if they're different deer. Pack you some extra water. Let's get this camera. First camera going up. Another note is when you buy these cheap cameras, go ahead and mark the dates on them when you bought them, so you know how long you've had them. I don't trust these, maybe 3 to 4 seasons. So, a little tip for you. That'll do. These straps right here, especially the ones from Tasco, I've knocked myself almost out and bloodied my nose. Be careful when you're pulling this back. You'll bust your nose really good. My buddy Trevor can tell you about that. I fell down a tree. I had 2 sticks. Actually, I was hanging it really high. Plus the scar or the cuts on my stomach from this climbing sticks. It was a bad day. So the angle's still not good enough. I always check it with my phone. I put it on camera. Turn my camera around. I'm sure y'all have seen that. Put it right there where my camera is. On that camera, I throw a hat or something out there, I know. We'll see if it's gonna pick it up. It needs to be angled down more, so let's fix that. We'll just put this on the ground. Give it a little tuck in there. Let me walk out and check this angle. It's so off. That was terrible. It looks so bad. We gotta get it on a good angle. This ain't gonna work. I'm gonna make a mock script though while I'm down here. That's a good angle. Perfect. Get out of here, yellow jacket. SD cards in. Check. I didn't walk all the way back in here. Double check it. Let her eat. Let her freaking eat, baby. Give me a good one. Give me a good one, you $28 Tasco. Alright. Should be good. Let's get out of here. Okay, I didn't see that rub there. Mock scrape. Licking branch. Camera. Didn't see that one last time. the camera sitting where you're at. And the reason for that is when I hang this camera and I'm looking through my phone for the angle, I have a reference point. So like a hat, as I'm using my tripod with my GoPro set up on it. So anything to give yourself a reference point to where that scrape is, or where you think that trail they're hitting at, where you want the camera to be pointing to. Give yourself a reference. Forgot my lineman's belt. Or one stick horizontal, one stick behind it, vertically against the tree. Seems like it gets it off that strap. Unless you can use screw ends, then do that. Damn, that looks pretty good. I mean, that's a good guess. The bottom needs to be leveled, but looks like we're good. As far as the angle, I'm gonna tighten it down. Move that bottom just a little bit. It's pretty dialed in. If I do say so myself. Would y'all look at this dialed in camera setup? We got a scrape. Gonna be opened up in the next couple weeks. Right here. Got us a licking branch. We're out of here. We've made it to Scrapezilla. I mean, you can still see it's still even here, even after all the leaf fall and the licking branches. It's just a beech tree with several limbs coming off of it. I think to see what lives on in this branch, I think this scrape gets used by everything. Well, let's find us a tree. Oh, I found the perfect tree. There it is, boys, facing the north. I'm gonna set my camera down in Scrapezilla over here and go put this camera on that tree right there. I don't think I'm gonna climb for this one. I just don't see the need. I'm gonna be mad though if it's stole. It's being lazy. Hopefully it'll get us some good ones. Scrapezilla. We're probably halfway back to the truck now. We're gonna get to the truck, hydrate, and then head to find that camera that we forgot about. I went in there to look for it. I'm not the one that hung it, but we're gonna give it another shot. And if I can find the camera, I'll post some pictures in this video. So we're gonna go in here and get the, try to find that camera that we left last year. I came back, like I said, in February and I couldn't find it. So I brought the man that dropped it off. We'll see if he can find it. I got it marked, but I'm gonna definitely need your help finding it. He's built different.
What?
Now it's starting to ring a bell, ain't it?
Yeah.
Starting to click.
Yeah.
That old edge transition right here. You know what the most ego-checking thing is? When you're out here by yourself and a log trips you up and you fall flat on your face. I mean, that's a different kind of pain. I mean, you're talking about just like, you're thinking I'm a BA hunter. Look at me, Rambo style. And then you just eat the dirt.
You go in this far?
Yeah, I went in this far looking for it. I went to where you pinned it and I just did figure eights. Steep stuff down there, bro. You found it? Heck yeah. Let's get this thing off the tree. See if it's that bad. Oh my God, it's still got battery. I bet you got some monsters on this camera.
I just wonder if it's taking pictures or if I got it set right.
You had it set right, it's on video. Just pull some tension on it. Oh, that could have went me. That's why I hate these cheap stuff. Look, it snapped off.
It could have broke. Dried out and broke.
Am I blind?
Uh-oh.
All right.
Let's go.
I've been chasing mountains I can't climb, holding out for heroes in